Good evening and welcome to another edition of Michael's Music Madness with me, Michael Barwise, the show where I take you through what happened on this week in music history. Coming up on today's programme, Reef brought their UK tour to Lincoln's Engine Shed this weekend. I caught up with lead singer Gary Stringer and talked to him about their new live album and more.
This is Siren FM.
You are listening to the Siren FM by-election special, and we're going to head straight back to the county North Highcombe because, Jared, I believe you've got some breaking news for us. Never letting go on Siren FM. And before that, we heard from the former leader of the Liberal Democrats, Lord Ashdown. We're going to head back to that interview now, where I continued by asking him about whether he thinks the public made a mistake in voting to leave the European Union back in June.
I do. I just speak bluntly. It was a mistake, but the British public has spoken. I'm a Democrat. I adhere and obey to their, whatever I think. It's their voice speaking in the ballot box that gives me my command, and we must carry that out. I think it's a mistake which history will regard as probably one of the greatest self-inflicted wounds a nation's ever done to itself.
Siren News.
It's 5:45. I'm Michael Barwise with your latest news. A Lincoln soldier who was left partially blind following a brutal assault has been told his attackers will not face prosecution. The 20-year-old soldier lost 90% of his vision and is no longer able to serve his country. But a local solicitor is planning to take legal action against the Ministry of Defence for not prosecuting the offenders.
City Vibe on Siren FM.
And has there been any opposition to the plans so far?
There has indeed. One Lincolnshire MP, Sir Edward Lee, who is the MP for Gainsborough, has criticised the plans, saying that any change in how Lincolnshire is governed at a local level should only go ahead with the consent of all local authorities. He also warned that the plans may lead to a bruising battle between the district and county councils. Also, the leader of the City of Lincoln Council, Rick Metcalfe, has also shunned the idea and accused the county council of making it up as they go along. So, we've just under 2 days until the fun run. How are the preparations going for the runners?
Just bought the suit, basically, if I'm being honest.
I mean, have you tried practising running in the suit? Is it comfortable to run in, or...?
Well, we've tried it on in the office, had a couple of runs of it. It works, that's the main thing. The trousers are quite a bit big, but we'll manage.
Now, last week, the Enemy Awards tour came to Lincoln's Engine Shed. The tour was headlined by Blossoms, who had a great 2016 with their debut album going straight to the top of the UK albums charts. Well, before they took to the stage, I caught up with Tom, Joe and Miles from the band and began by asking them, did they expect to have such a great year?
I mean, we always had high hopes for the band, but we never saw it as a career choice. We just saw, let's see how far we can take it, because we all wanted to work hard and we believed in the songs and we enjoyed spending time with each other.
Siren FM.
I've absolutely no doubt that there will be a great deal for this country, because a great deal for this country is what is finally in the interests of the rest of our friends and partners on the other side of the channel, who have a huge amount to gain.
So it looks like we're going to get a great deal with free access to European markets, whilst being able to control our borders, make our own laws, and be able to trade freely with the rest of the world. And the EU will agree to all this, right?
One thing is clear. Someone who leaves the European Union is losing, dear friends, the advantages of this club.
Siren Sport is up next, bringing you the latest in local sport news.
Join us next week at the same time for City Vibe. Bye!